Hey guys, so I just taught you basic HTML, and now I'm going to show you some more advanced HTML with forms specifically, because forms are very important in websites. They have to do with signing up for stuff, signing up for websites, entering data, online banking, registering for things, changing accounts, all sorts of stuff. They're just ridiculously important, so I want to do a quick lesson specifically on forms. So let's get started. We're going to start by building our basic HTML website, HTML, close HTML. And now we're going to give it a head and a title, right? So head, close the head, give it a title. We're going to call it HTML forms demo, okay? And now we're going to give it a body to hold our content. And I'm going to teach you something called comments. A comment is a note to yourself or other developers that will be looking at the code but will not show up in the website. Okay, let me show you how that works. If I type this, left angle brace, exclamation point, dash dash, and then dash dash right angle brace, this isn't going to show up in the website. I'm going to save that, right? And, oh, there you see the demo of what we're doing. See, there's nothing, oh, there we go. There's nothing showing up on this web page, okay? Now, I can put some words in here. This is a comments, right? I'm going to save that. I'm going to refresh this, and it's still not showing up. But if we look in our code, it's still there. That's a note to yourself or other people who are going to be looking at the code but will not show up here. We're going to use comments a lot in this lesson. The first comment, we're going to say, start the form here, okay? That tells us where we want to start our form code. And now I'm going to say end the form here. Okay, we don't want to put the form out here, and we don't want to put it up here. No, we want it between these comments. So let's start our form. Okay, form opening tag, form closing tag. Okay, that is what we need to start. And also, every time I save on here, it kind of gets rid of all my spacing that I did, which I don't like, but you know what? We'll live with it. The code still works the same. Again, you don't see anything yet. Now, what I want our form to do is I'm going to show you using comments, okay? I want to get the first name of the user, right? I want to get the last name. I want to get the email address. I want to get the phone number. I want to ask if we can send them marketing emails. Okay, so we're going to pretend this is a sign-up form, maybe for a store or for a magazine or something like that, right? Oh, submit the form. Okay, so we're going to ask the user on our website for their first name and for their last name. We're going to ask for their email. We're going to ask for their phone number. We're going to ask if we can send them marketing emails. And then we're going to have a button for them to click that will send all of their data to us. All right, but we wrote those all in comments. Okay, I'm going to save it. It's going to look bad, and I'm going to fix it. Okay. If I refresh this, we wrote those all in comments, so you can't see anything. So let's get started with the actual code. First name is going to need a label. We're going to call it first name, okay? Let's see what happens now that I have a label. I'm going to refresh that, and you see our first name label right there. Let me zoom in on it. There you go. We see I have a first name label right there, and now we just need an input. I'm just going to get rid of that, and I'm going to put an input right here. I'm going to put an input of type text, because if you're going to write your name, it's going to be in text instead of like numbers or something. And then I'm going to, excuse me, I am going to give it a name. If we want to be able to capture this data ourselves, if we want to know what users typed, we have to assign a name right here to the field. So I'm going to call this one first name. Okay? Now, I want you to notice something. The way I wrote this, a lowercase f and a capital N. The name cannot have any spaces in it. So I stuck the two words together using something called camel casing. Camel casing means that the first word inside is going to be lowercase. But if you tack any other names on, any other words onto the end, every single word has the first letter capitalized, except for the first word. That's what camel casing is, okay? This is camel casing. See, the first letter is not capitalized, but the first letter of every word afterward is capitalized. Anyway, that's how we do stuff in programming when we stick words together. Okay, so I'm going to save this and then, oh, another point. This input does not need a closing tag. We don't have to go like that. But in the old days, you would have to do something like that. You would have to put a / right in there. We don't have to do that anymore because we live in modern days, but this code editor actually automatically adds that in. So we're going to add that in. Now when I save it, and that looks good. Okay, let's see what happens here. And here we have our first name, and then we have a field we could enter text in, which is awesome. Okay, we're going to do the same exact thing for the last name now. Okay, so label, let me do another space there. There we go. Label last name, and then input type equals text, name equals last name. Oh, I don't need these other words here, by the way. Okay, last name. Again, we camel cased it. I saved that change, and let's refresh. And you see these are stuck together. So I'm actually going to show you what a section is. If I put these in different sections, then they'll stack one on top of the other instead of side by side. And I prefer that. Wait, where'd I go? There we go. Okay, so all I have to do is the section tag, and then I have to close the section tag. All right, and then I'm just going to indent that, and then I'm going to do that again here. Section and section. All right, so these are going to display one on top of the other now. Perfect. All right, so next step, we want the email address. Section, put it in its own section so that it's stacked below those instead of next to it. Label email. All right, we want their email. We put it in a label, and then we say input type is email. Name is email. That's only one word, so we don't have to camel case anything. If we had said email address, we would have to capitalize the A in address. But we don't. Okay, let's see what that looks like. And here we have first name, last name, email. Okay, now we can get the phone number. Section. Label, we're going to say phone. And input type is going to be number, which means it will not accept any text. We cannot type letters like that. We can only type numbers in if it's input type number. And now we're going to give it a name of phone. All right, now we're going to ask them if we can send marketing emails. Oh wait, let's save it and see what that looks like so far. There we go, first name, last name, email, phone. I just got some warning, but it disappeared. Okay, so we're going to make a new section. And what we're going to do is we're going to use something called radio buttons. A radio button is an option, so you can click on one circle for yes and the other circle for no. I'll show you exactly. We're going to do a label first, and we're going to say, do you want us to send you marketing emails? And now I'm going to say input type radio, and then I'm going to give it a name of marketing emails. And I'm going to write yes, and then I'm going to do another input, type radio, name equal marketing emails, and I'm going to type no. Okay, oh, and I have to give these something called a value. The value of yes is going to be yes, and the value of no is going to be no. The value is the thing that gets sent to us. So when someone types in their first name into this box that's shown right here, that sets a property in the HTML called a value. And when they click submit, it sends that value to us, and we can do whatever we want with it. Okay, so their first name is stored in a value, their last name is stored in a value, but this thing that we're making, the radio button, it's something clickable. So we had to set the value manually since they're not typing anything. Let's refresh, see what it looks like. Do you want us to send you marketing emails? We can choose yes, or we can choose no. You see, we can toggle between them because we gave them both the same exact name, marketing emails. If I change this one to something completely different, or just change even a letter in it, then suddenly the toggle will not work anymore. See, I can click that, and I can click that. but I can click both of them, and that's not okay, right? But if they are the same exact value, then I can talk. Whoop, why did that break? There we go. Yeah. I can toggle between them. All right, the last thing we're missing is our submit button. This one is easy. Input type equals submit. All right, and now I'm gonna refresh this. And you see we can enter our first name, our last name, our email, our phone number, and whether or not they can send marketing emails, okay? So I vote we do that. Let's see here. We're going to do first name Bob, last name Bob, email bob@bob.com, phone. Oh, I can't type Bob in there. Let's do numbers. How about 444-444-4444? That's a good phone number. Should we allow marketing emails? Yes. And we're going to click submit, see what happens. You see what happened? Up here in the address bar, it actually set all of our data. Remember the names we set? First name is equal to Bob. Last name, Bob. Email is equal to bob@bob.com. That %40 is an encoded version of that character, the @ symbol, right? Yeah. The phone number is set there, and the marketing emails is set to yes because that's what we selected. So now you see how a form works in HTML. Very in-depth, very advanced stuff. And we will, of course, go further in depth in future lessons, but I just wanted to show you guys that really quick. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm making this code completely available to you. Like, comment, subscribe, join my Facebook group. Let me know if you have any questions at all. I will be reviewing your questions personally. I will be answering them personally. You will be able to write all this code from your phone, from your laptop. It doesn't matter. Just go for it. Do it. Let me know what's up. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.